Morning everyone. Today I want to give you my weekly update as of the journey of a serial entrepreneur. So it's a Monday morning and it feels very much like autumn this morning. It's quite cool, about 10, 11 degrees, which is nice running conditions. By the time you see this, I would have done my world record attempt, which is because I'm recording 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So yesterday, 2 weeks ahead of today, if that makes sense, I would have tried to do my world record attempt as running the London Virtual Marathon as the fastest male marathon dressed as a ninja. So who knows, I could be a world record holder by the time you see this. But then again, I could have failed dismally. So it's hanging in the balance. But anyway, so today is my weekly update on where we are with the businesses. Has it been a good week? Has it been a bad week? I think overall it was a very positive week. Perhaps not as positive for productivity and progress, but positive for other reasons, which I'll go into very shortly. So as always, I'm going to talk you through where we are with each business in order of priority. So this is the priority order at the moment. It's Property Empire Investments, which is my property deal sourcing business. And number 2 is Property Empire Builder, which is my property coaching business. Number 3 is my personal property business. So that's my HMO SA, single nets, the whole portfolio we own. And number 4 is the social media content repurposing agency, which is heavily linked to my vlog entrepreneur. So start with Property Empire Investments. Well, it was a really good week. We're really getting the deal sourcing flow nailed now. We're getting kind of 10 shortlisted deals coming through pretty much every day, which is really good. And we're making offers on properties every day, and it seems that we're selling every day. I think we sold 2 more last week. When I say 2 more, verbal commitment anyway of the deals that we've sourced, £5,000 sourcing fees. I think one of them may have come in, and another one is just shy. So just to remind you of the target for Property Empire Investments is to get 100k turnover by the end of the year. We're about 25k, which is pretty remarkable really, considering the business hasn't even been running 3 months yet. It was just a kind of a concept a few months ago that we brought to reality, built a team out, processes, systems, people in roles. The other positive thing that came of that as well is we identified the furniture supply and material supply aspect of the sourcing company as a whole new business opportunity. So it's going to be kind of a fifth business which kind of gets founded from last week's discussions. And we've got a couple of partners who are going to take the lead on that, which again is really exciting. We think that we could potentially get 2 or 3 grand margin on every deal that we've sourced, based on a cost saving that we're going to pass over to the investor by sourcing the materials and furniture ourselves, which obviously shows that it can be a true win-win and we can make money. So it just shows how much you can save by having a material supply or taking over the supply chain, I think is the right term, and that's what we're looking to do. So again, that's exciting. We're not saying any targets for that business yet. That will be targeted in the new year, but there's a lot of setup and process that needs to be in place for that already, but really, really cool. The other thing that happened, Property Empire Investments, is we've got the whole team, the whole UK-based team together. We met all together, had a couple of nights, a nice hotel, just a bit of bonding. And you know what? We didn't get perhaps as much done as we want to, but you don't underestimate the importance of meeting face to face in the team. I know that I've been an advocate for remote workers, and I still swear by that mantra. But if you do have people that you work in close proximity to on an operational capacity, and you're required more kind of in a field-based setup, then I think there's little substitute for face-to-face contact. And if anything, it just builds rapport. I mean, seeing everybody having a laugh and a joke, that's where relationships are founded and formed, and that's where people kind of do more for each other when they like the people they work with. Now, the adverse side of that is if they didn't like each other, it could have been disastrous, but fortunately, the team seemed to all get along very well. So that in itself was a massive win, and I think it's something that when you've got a team that seems to be gelling nicely, don't underestimate the importance of that and how powerful it is for your business moving forwards. And it will be that team, along with the remote workers, that's just as important part of the team, that pulling together, which are going to make the difference between this business hitting these targets or not. So, pretty big target, 100k by the end of the year. That'll be a six-figure business that has been grown in less than 6 months. So that's a pretty cool thing to set for achieve it. So the sourcing side of things seems to be working. We're making offers. We've got control of the pipeline. We're selling deals. So it all seems to be going in the right direction. There's always teething issues that inevitably need to be sold, but we've also got our sales pages live now as well, which is amazing because previously we were selling deals by sales call. We still do sales call, but now we've got sales pages in support where everything about the deal is all illustrated nice and cleanly and the investor can actually pay online. So that's really, really cool. So really excited about that. So on to the next business, Property Empire Builder. I think it was last Saturday we had our first coachly meet up with the coaching clients. We haven't really been pushing this one too much, pure and simply because we're waiting for the copywriter to finish his copy so we can launch our low-level £50 a month subscription academy funnel, which we'll certainly be looking to do over the next week or two. I think we should be pretty much, he said, middle of September, so we are pretty much mid-September now. So hopefully we'll get an update this week on the copy, and then we can start putting the funnel together and then start putting the marketing plan in place. So not a lot of progress on that one. No new clients, no lost clients. Seems to be a happy bunch at the moment, which is really, really good because they're action takers, and that's the big part of coaching. That's something that I think a lot of coaches need to be better at, is bringing on the right clients. Clients that don't take action or don't do anything are just going to be wasting their money, and that's not good for you as a coach. It's not good for them as a client. So you want action takers. People aren't going to procrastinate. People that can actually take action and make a difference to their lives. And it seems we've got a really good group of those at the moment. They all seem to be getting along as well, which is really good. Team kind of unity. So a lot of emphasis around teams this week, which is really cool. So property business, the block of flats should be selling. Should have sold last week. Hopefully sell this week. Might lag on a little bit. COVID and inquiries and all this stuff with conveyancing seems to take an age, but we're getting close. We've got another 4 or 5 houses that are being sold as well that are getting quite to the latter stages of conveyancing as well. So everything's kind of moving along nicely in the consolidation of the portfolio side of things. What else is happening there? Occupancy levels are higher than they've been for a long time. I think we're just approaching 90% now, which I think we might just be over 90% now, which is first in a long, long time. I mean, we used to be at that level. However, all the knocks and the setbacks we had in that business, it's been a long, long rocky road to get back to that level. And the occupancy rate is there. The paid occupancy rate is lagging about 5% behind, which is acceptable. If we can stay within 5% of the paying occupancy rate of the occupancy rate, what we mean by that is the tenants that are actually in payment, they're occupying rooms. But it can be a little bit, it's not that we've got necessarily got 5% of tenants that are not paying and being problem tenants, but if we put new tenants in, we're just waiting for use of universal credit applications and that type of stuff to go through. But until the first payments come in, they're technically what we call a cash flow void, and we always try and keep that to within 5% of the occupancy rate. So we're on track on that at the moment. It's going in the right direction, and hopefully we've got some more move-ins lined up very shortly. We haven't got many voids left. I think we've only got about 5, which is really, really exciting for the part of the portfolio we're keeping anyway. So yeah, we should be looking to progress that this week, which is good. We're still tweaking at the systems for the guys in the field. It doesn't seem to be working as well as we'd like at the moment. So today I'm going to be spending a bit of time with the 2 guys in the property business and tweaking the system slightly just to make sure that it's doing what it needs to do, providing what it needs to, in terms of support for the people in the field. It's really, really important. So a little bit of systemization stuff today and putting the reports in place that are not yet reporting correctly. So that's kind of what we're doing today. And then finally, the social media content repurposing agency. Well, we've had a big step forward. I talked to you about last week about my social media manager coming on board. Really excited. He's got a track record of growing a YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers. So we should see some traction on YouTube. But what's going to be really cool is what we're starting to do the moment is we decided to use my world record attempt, which is in aid of Fab Kids, amazing children's charity that support vulnerable and disabled children across the country. Amazing charity, and I've supported them well over the past few years and continue to do so. It's not. I'm not asking for fundraising, but we decided to use the world record attempt on the basis that it's not happening in real London Marathon anymore, it's virtual. So the adjudication for Guinness World Records has presented us with an opportunity where we have to self-adjudicate. And part of that is to record the whole thing and show that it hasn't been edited. So easiest way to do that is to stream it live on Facebook. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get some of my business partners involved as well. And we're going to all try and get this live stream with my world record attempt streamed and pushed out. We're going to try and get it to go viral. Never done an experiment like this before. It's in aid of a great cause. We're not pushing for fundraising pure and simply because I don't think it's right with COVID and people struggling financially all around the country. But I do think it's really good to raise awareness of a charity which perhaps doesn't get quite the recognition it deserves. So I'll certainly be pushing that as hard as I can. And so there's a lot of prep gone into using that as a catalyst to kind of launch this journey with my new social media manager, who's going to help plug the gaps and expedite the process to getting my social media content repurposing agency live by the end of the year. Morning. So yes, that's really exciting, and there's a lot of work that needs to go into this planning. You know, you think we've got 5 people cycling with me whilst I'm running, so we are still under COVID regulations. There'll be 6 of us together, and they'll be streaming, recording me, sharing, replying to comments, hopefully promoting engagement and shares and comments. And hopefully I'm going to get some support because it's going to be a ridiculously hard challenge. A little bit nervous about it. So you'll probably see me doing a few lives over the coming weeks as I try and launch the awareness of what I'm doing to try and get some people to actually check in and give it a share and a push to try and get this message reach. So there's a lot of work going into that. All the planning and stuff we need to get in place. We need to plan the promotional campaign on the build up. So we're going to start on Wednesday. So it'll be a 10-day promotional push. And then it's not just that, it's the actual what we need to do on the day, which is hard enough. Logistically, how we're going to be able to stream it, battery packs, tech, all the stuff we need, supplies, bear in mind I've still got to run a marathon as well, so it's a lot to think about, but that should be exciting. Morning. So so that's what's kind of going on with that. Not a lot of work on the actual content repurposing agency, but that's to be expected. We're going to use this PR event, so raise awareness for the charity, as a bit of a catalyst to kind of start pushing the social media content repurposing agency. I am very conscious that I'm not going to be using this to monetize. This is purely an experiment, and it's just presented us with an opportunity to do good for both the charity and also test some stuff out that we'll be potentially using in the business further down the line. So hopefully it's the right ethical balance. Morning. So that's pretty much it in terms of the week. It's I think it's been a positive week. Perhaps could have been a little bit more productive, but we're 2 days out meeting the team, so I think taking that into consideration is pretty good. When I say it's not that productive, we've just formed or the concept of a new business has been created this week as well, which again talked about this recently on terms of how you kind of manage multiple businesses and when it's right to do multiple and when it's right to just do one. Well, this is the perfect example of when it's right to do this, because does it link in with the existing distribution, marketing channels, and correspond to the existing customer list? Absolutely, because it's taking over the supply chain for what we're going to be delivering as the end product. So this one makes a lot of sense. There's not a lot of work in terms of the marketing side of things. There's a bit of logistical stuff we need to do in terms of getting materials and stuff to site and finding supplies, etc. But it's all part of delivering what we would have to deliver just for a main contractor anyway. So it's very much in line, and hopefully it'll be a nice little revenue stream that we'll add to the portfolio and the group. So we'll start producing back in this year into the new morning. So so I think overall very exciting. I am conscious of not getting too overwhelmed, but I'm happy with my systems and processes in place to avoid that, because like I say, my blog is all about entrepreneurs and how we can use exercise as a release from stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. So hopefully I'll practice what I preach, and you won't see me having an absolute breakdown in these runs in a few days' time. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope you find this useful. As always, any comments, questions, chuck them in, I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate vlog episode. Tag you in. If it's not for you, just unfriend, unfollow me, no problem there. But do check out my Facebook group, Runpreneur, or my YouTube channel, Kevin Britton, Runpreneur, first beforehand, because there's 115 or so episodes in there now, all catalogued nice and neatly by topic, and hopefully it's a useful ad hoc resource that you can tap into and out of when you need it. So that's pretty much it from me. As always, stay positive, stay happy, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye.